What's up? Good morning. Happy Midas Monday. I am waiting on Big Bar 18, and I might have to slap something on here in a minute 6. So we might as well pop on over here to the execution screen immediately and see if there's something that I can get done here on Big 18. What's up, guys? How we doing? How are we doing? Happy Midas Monday. There you go. All right, 30 seconds out, which means for me, I gotta go ahead and get that copier engaged. And let's see what we get. Good Bar 18 here. Place him for the rollover, and Bears, give me a fill. Let's see what they've got. No fill yet, 10 seconds. I don't think they want it, huh? No fill, no trade. Gotta pull it. All right. So I'll watch bar 19. All right, let's see if the Bears can give me another clean bear body. Beautiful bar on 18, no fill. Good morning, everybody. How we doing? Bar 17? Yeah, bar 17's reasonable and logical. The only two things you'd want to think about are, you know, hey, that right there is a soft bear channel trying to turn into a trend. So you can either say 17's a bit outsized compared to 14, 15, 16. We're coming into the low end of the soft bear channel. I certainly wouldn't buy it. I typically am not going to try to, okay, I don't want to get into strategy for an hour, but for limit order reversion scalps, I'm typically looking to short in the top third of a soft bear channel. I'm not looking to get long, for example, in the lower third of a soft bear channel, because now you're going counter trend. And a lot of times, and I say counter trend not implying that it's a trend on 17, but it's trying to turn into more of a trend, which it now is doing, right? So to go short on 17, is it logical? Yeah, but it's the early trade on a larger bar compared to, you know, 13, 14, 15, 16, which means if you take big size on 17, I think that's a mistake, at least for me, if you do that over and over and over again. But if you're like, I'm going to size down, take 17, not mad at you. And it worked. All right. Now that we are certainly in a bit more of a trendy move here out of the bears, I got to get ready here on 19. Don't you do that, bears. Keep it low. That's wiki. I'm going to place it. I'm going to give that 20 seconds to give me a fill, because we are in B territory here with that wick on 19. If they take it quick, more like B plus, but I don't want to give it more than 20 seconds. Bullet, no fill, no trade, another teaser. All right, let's watch for 20. See what we get. 4.5 minutes out. Another beauty of a push here on a bar 20. Let me get involved, bears. Give me a reasonable close and a fill! ATR is sitting at 47. A bit lower than we were seeing late last week this time of day. A bit. 47 is still really, really good. Let's just hope we can hold that up. All right, minute 50 out. Come on, Bears. Too much teasing going on. At least on my fills. $90 seconds. One minute out. Ten seconds. Come on, you Bears. There we go. Place him. See that? 20 closing beneath the wick low of 19. Go, Bears! Give me a fill! They're retreating. They are retreating. Give that one 25 seconds. They don't want it. They don't want it, which means I don't want them. 3 teasers here. In what, 10 minutes? All right. Let's see what 21 has got in store. Any of you RAM traders trade Asia or London? Looks like it wasn't half bad, huh? All right. 2 minutes here from the close of bar 21. Got a bit of a wick up top, but it's still within reason. for me. See what they got. Minute 50 out. Their bodies are getting a little tighter. Come on, Bears. All right, 30 seconds for the Bears to dump this thing and give me a close beneath the wick low of bar 20. I've got the copier engaged. And I'm ready. Now, Bears, come on now. 10 seconds. I'll be ready. Damn near doji. All right. 22. Let's see what we got. Someone in the chat says maybe rally to 760 and then dump to test the lows. Yeah, maybe. Maybe, you know, I'm always curious why. I mean, look, all love. I mean, maybe, yeah, sure, right? But I'm always very curious why people say certain levels. I mean, why 760? You know, are you saying the 50% retracement point of this move? Is that... I trade price action, you know, so I've worked very hard. Not really, it didn't take very much. I very much put these levels out of existence, unless we're talking S tier. To me, and again, all love, all respect, do what makes you money. That's the entire point, right? But to me, the internet, everyone throws out these random ass levels. Like, who cares? Just trade the price action. Let the market tell you what to do within reason. Make a logical decision. Manage your risk. Stay patient and disciplined. And do that day after day. To me, that's the logical way to do this. Question here, curious about bar 18. Would that be a valid short signal according to RAM? Yes, sir. But no fill, no trade on 18. Put my order out. Bears didn't want it. They didn't take it. All right, 22 trying to make a push back inside. Not entirely unexpected, with 21 being basically a doji. Now the natural question becomes, well then, should you buy 21? I'm not a big fan. I let the market do its thing and wait for the next ramp setup. It's really tough to manage risk buying 21. You know, what you can do is you can look to just risk the wick low of 21 and make it a low probability, high reward to risk trade. That's fine. It's a little out of my wheelhouse. Well, I don't want to say it's out of the wheelhouse. I would do it. I understand the math. It's just not my favorite type because to me, you're starting to lose sight of context, which is clearly bear trend. at least aggressive bear channel. And now you're trying to trade against that. Can it make mathematical sense to buy the close of 21 and just risk the wick low of 21 and look to get like 5 to 1 out of it? Yeah, that can make mathematical sense. For me, I think it just throws off my psychology more than anything, and for most people would probably lead to bad habits. Because now you're basically taking context, throwing it out the window. And most people, if they start doing that, they're kind of just going to start doing whatever they think. Which, for me, when you lose sight of context, it doesn't tend to end well. Alright, there's the open of 23. Alright, we've got 4 minutes here to the close of 23. Alright, let's see how 23 closes up. Now, context here, in my head, is basically bear channel that's trying to get a little more aggressive. And now 20, 21, 22, 23. Trying to sort of revamp the bear channel. So, there we go. On 23, if it starts getting larger, then I don't want to put that risk on as my reward shrinks as we come into the high end of the soft bear channel. But if it stays a small bull body and it closes reasonably clean, it's like, okay, I'll take, you know, what is that, 25 points of risk? The math works on that. But it's got to be clean. I mean, this is not a clean bar. Bear's trying to turn this into a bear body. Minute 50 out. Let's see what they got. All right, ATR 46, 23 staying small. He's moderate. I don't think the bulls are going to do it, are they? Not a chance. Big ol' wick, small bull body. So 24 it is. Yeah, Tenzin, we'll see. We'll see. Someone in the chat said it looks like a tiny range. This kind of deal. At least that's how I draw it on the 5. But we're not there yet. We'll see if that turns into a thing. Right now, we're looking more like big soft bear channel. Now the issue is, previously the soft bear channel, I would kind of draw like that, right? When you start getting more aggressive, you're forced to re-look at it. Now you're like, well, maybe like that, right? And the problem is when you have a move like from, well, I guess I'd say 17 to 20, that tried to get much more aggressive. And now the bulls are walking it back. And it gets tougher to see, how do I manage risk in the soft bear channel? Because now the only logical way to do it is like the wick high of 17 or 16. But even that is not really like as nice as 11 previously, right? For a limit order reversion scalp, I'm talking. So a lot of times, when you get and this is some sauce, man, we're dropping. A lot of times when you get a soft bear channel and you're trying to limit order scalp, like a soft, like this, like heading into, you know, all the way through bar 16 before 17 hit, you're looking to short in the upper third using a really clear previous curl wick high to manage risk and make the math work, right? When you get the harder push, whether it's a bear channel or a bull channel, it's starting to try to turn more into an aggressive channel, if not a trend. It's attempting to do so, right? Then a lot of times after that occurs, the trades end up looking more like continuation trades, whether it's on the pull-in, like on 23 had it been clean, or 18, 19, 20 had I gotten fills. I got teased on all three. Because when you start getting pull-ins now, it's like, okay, well, limit order reversion scalps, I'd love to. The only way I can do it really is short a large bull body and then use the wick high as 17 to manage risk. Like, that's not as pretty as 11, right? Had we gotten another soft little bounce up here. Hopefully that makes sense. All right, 2 minutes out here from the close of 24. Question here, are you always looking for a half of an ATR when you're doing reversion scalps? No, not necessarily. Depends on the trade. Depends on the trade. But if I am looking for a half ATR, most of the time it's going to be on a trade that I would call a scalp. But not every scalp is a half ATR scalp. Alright, so we're coming into the upper third and the 20 EMA with a larger bull body. Alright, these larger, there's a reason I say small to moderate on limit order reversion scalps. These are a little unforgiving, so I'll wait for 25. Yeah, if 25 puts in like a small bull body, I'll short it and risk the Wikai 17. Alright, 3 minutes out here from the close of 25. Come on, Bulls, get a little confidence. Just a touch. And then I'll short the hell out of it. Halfway through bar 25. Alright, I'll run a flash poll. Just a couple minutes here. Though we don't get any hindsight bias. I want to know what you guys are thinking. Alright. Alright, minute 28 out here from the close of bar 25. Again, as I said previously, if the Bulls can get just a tad cocky, give me a small bull body. I'll short it and risk the wick high of 17. I just want to be a bit closer to that wick high of 17, and I want the bulls to have a tad more confidence. Give me more room downside. Just improve the math a tad. That's all I need. We've got 70% bearish here on the poll. Goodness. Ugh. Bulls aren't doing it. All right, let's watch 26, see what we get. It's all right. Man, I meant it when I said flash poll. That's it. What we get? 67% bearish. All right, I'm watching 26. Let's see. I'll be right back. 2 minutes. What's up? Welcome back. 35 seconds out. Come on, Bears, dump this thing. Get ready here in case we get a last second adjustment. I gotta see the Bears take it nice and low. Go. See that? You see that? 26 closing right inside the wick low of 25. They're insecure. They're insecure, which means I don't want to bet on them. So I wait on 27. By the way, big sale at Apex still. They are 90% off single day pass. I've been getting a lot of questions this time around about the single day pass. What that means, guys, is that you can pass the eval as quickly as you'd like. Now, I don't encourage you to go gamble them all on in 4 seconds, but just for the sake of explanation, because there's a lot of confusion around this, if you pass an eval in like 32 seconds or 17 seconds, or 4 minutes, like, it's valid. They allow you to do that. Again, I can only speak on what I do. Opportunity cost is a big deal to me, and when you have a positive ROI in your prop trading, I think it should be a big deal to you too. Again, I don't encourage you to go gamble these evals, but I'm not trading 1 micro, over 6 weeks to pass evals. Like, I'm basically trying to pass them with logical trades, but like in not too long. Like, ideally in a day would be tremendous. So it has nothing to do with the payout structure. It has to do with how quickly you can pass the eval. This is Apex Trader Funding for anybody who was confused about that. Code BIG will give you 90% off and open up single day pass. Now we are 3 minutes out. Let's see what 27 gives us. Oh man, that's hot. Oh, you bulls. Don't do this to us. Now, what we don't want to see is this. This would be garbage. We don't want that. I want to see the Bears say, yeah, and the Bulls kind of give up here, and the Bears take it a little lower, close it maybe down here. I'll short that thing. Lots of room. That would be a very good, or I should say that would be very good risk for me to put on. If we can get a logical close going. Okay, 25 seconds out. You know, if the bulls could thread the needle, I'd actually still be interested in shorting this. Right now, they're not threading the needle, are they? Ten seconds, get ready just in case. This might be a range. Let's hope that doesn't end up being the case, because a range would kill volatility. Look at ATR. Oh goodness, we're down below 40 already. We were just at 47 a few minutes ago. Alright. Flash poll in the chat. I'm talking the range here from 25, bar 25. Okay, until now. Are we breaking higher, lower? Or there's a continued sideways option, though if you pick that, we're gonna have problems, homeboy. Alright, 240 out. Alright, Bear's trying to take this thing lower. Let's see if they can. 90 seconds out here to the close of bar 28. All right, there's the open at 29. Bulls wicking it back right inside of the range. Everybody sees it. Nobody wants it to happen. Come on, Bears. Take this thing lower. All right, what do we got on the poll? Finishing up 62% down, 20% up, 18% sideways all day. Well, let's hope you 18% are dead wrong. News up $3,500. Trading RAM on YM this morning. Good work. Yeah, the Dow can be nice. All right, minute 20 out here from the close of bar 29. These Bears are trying to fade this thing, but they're having trouble. All right, here comes the rollover of bar 29 into bar 30. Man, come on, 30. Little range is killing us. There is nothing here. Big doji on 29. Gotta love it. You know, ATR is holding up at 38, 39-ish. We broke beneath 40 a little while ago after sitting at like 47 and tanking to 39 very, very quickly. Again, ATR, that's going to be the average range in points of a 5-minute bar here on NQ. Just gives us an idea of volatility. Helps me choose targets, etc. But if we stay in this range, this, you know, that thing's going to tank to beneath 30, and we don't want that. So let's get out of here. Yeah, we can definitely get some work done with an ATR of 38, 39, but I definitely don't want to see, you know, 19 or 9. All right, 2 minutes here from the close of bar 30 into the open of bar 31. Little range is a bit brutal. Let's tank this thing. Let's get out of this range. There you go, Bears. Keep that up. See the hesitation here out of the Bears to close it beneath the wick low of 28? It's embarrassing, Bears. Come on. They close it right inside. All right, let's watch 31, see if 31 can tank. If it can, and close nice and clean, I would consider that just slightly the early trade. But depending how 31 looks, I would take it short. But it's got to be a clean close. Nice bare body. All right, new poll in the chat. What do you guys think? Is the low a day in? Is it in, or are we going to retest it? Obviously, if you say no, that means you think we're going to take it out. The wick low of 21, wick low of 22-ish area. But, I mean, you know, at some point, the low has got to be in. Very tough to say at this point. Bar 31, bit of a wick up top. That tells us quite a bit about what those bulls are trying to do. 3.5 minutes out from the close of 32. Bull's trying to take it right back up into the sideways range. Gotta be careful in these sideways trading ranges. They look easy. A lot of beginner traders, they'll come in and they'll wait for something like, bar 25 to bar 32 here. It's the hardest time, in my opinion. I think it should be in your opinion as well. It's basically the most difficult time, a sideways single bar trading range, to have any kind of predictable positive expected value or edge. Meaning it's most times time to go hands off and wait for this thing to break. ATR holding up, though. I gotta say, we're still sitting about 38 on the ATR. I'll tell you what, not for long. Not for long if they hold up this channel. .30 seconds out, and we'll roll over into the open of bar 33. Damn near a doji on bar 32. Alright, bar 33 is open. Let's see if we can clean things up a bit. So what do we think? Is the low a day in on the poll? I'll give you 30 seconds to get a vote in if you have not yet. Alright, 55% think that the low is in. That the wick low at 21, 22, that's going to be the low a day. Let's see. Man, this is crazy, isn't it? Yes, look at this. ATR still sitting at 36, fading a little bit, but holding up into the mid-30s. Alright, well, I'll tell you what. I'm not done yet here, but I'll be back in a few minutes. I'm going to pull it out of the hat. Somebody please make a phone call while I'm gone and get this thing breaking so we can make some damn money today. Alright, be right back. Don't you go anywhere. Make that phone call. Last time nobody did. Get a hold of somebody. Oh, you guys. What is going on here? This is ridiculous. Bar 36, 4 minutes out. We've got a whole bunch of inside closes. Goodness. So what? No one could get a hold of anybody? What's going on here? Well, at least we tried, huh? Yeah. No, you know, this is the tough part, because you can draw it like that if you want to get, you know, you can draw it like this, I guess. Probably more like this. But, I mean, again, when there's multiple options that are really, really clear, I prefer to just draw the more simple option. I don't overthink the levels. It's never to the tick. It's always a range. And I draw the one that's most dangerous to me, which is going to be a sideways range. Of course, you have the 20 EMA here, which might hold up a soft bear channel, but it's basically a single bar range no matter how you look at it. ATR dumping down to 33. We'll see if that gets beneath 30 like we talked about earlier. Not great movement here since bar 25, gotta tell you. Now look, I know it's tempting here to just short anytime we get up in this region. I know it's tempting. And is it logical? 100% that's logical. The problem is managing your risk and making the math look good. That's the problem, because you're kind of in the middle of what could just be a big sideways range that's being temporarily held down by that 20 EMA. And you, to make a logical risk, you're kind of picking the wick high at 25. Which inverts things a lot, and you'd be getting short right in the middle of the sideways range, which is where the rubber band, like we talk about, is the least taut. It's limp. Whole bunch of inside closes. The single statement that describes this, that I always say. Does anybody know it? What's the thing that you got to remind yourself of when this kind of thing's happening? When the market's confused. That's right. When the market's confused, why the hell would we not be, right? All right, 37. 350 out. Minute 50 out here to the close of 37, open at 38. Oh man, let's see what we get. ATR down to 31. That ATR is going to dip beneath 30, isn't it? Well, I'll tell you what. That right there on 37, that's the first close outside of this range. It's the first outside bar we've had since bar 24. But I gotta watch 38 and see if I can get a little bit of a stop hunt going if we can get a nice clean close. 4 minutes. I'm on 38. Looking good. Bitcoin moving a bit here today, huh? To the downside. Now, question, is anybody loading up on Bitcoin here at half price? Oh, you bears, come on now, calm down. Hold it now. Now, we had the majority of you guys saying that you didn't think I'm sorry, you thought the low was already in. Are we going to test it here? Let's see. Minute 55 out. Till the moment of truth for me. "60 seconds out. I need those bears to keep this calm. Can't go from a range for, what, an hour plus? To a big outsized bar. Keep that thing calm. Okay, now if the bears can close it up, I'm going to hit it, but I'm going to hit it with a limit. I'm going to hit it with a limit. To get every tick I can on my side, but it's got to be not too much wick. Alright, let's see here. Ooh, bear's getting a little greedy. I'll punch that with a limit. This is about a B setup, by the way, just for context. And let's see if the bears, I'd prefer that they take out the low here relatively quickly. Because we're a little close. Little close on the close of 38 for my personal taste. I'll see if the bulls can take out the wick high of 38. Cut it. Bulls taking it right back up into the range. Might have a double bottom here with the wick low of 21 and 22. All right, let's see how 39 closes up. ATR back up in the mid-30s, though. That's a good sign. All right, 27 seconds out till the close of 39. Yes, this is a 5-minute chart. 5-minute chart on an NQ here that you're looking at. Now, man, hopefully the bulls don't take us right back into a sideways range. You really draw this a number of ways. You could draw like this. You could draw like this. Don't overthink it. We have about the softest wedge you've ever seen. But ATR is still holding up. I mean, we're at 34. Again, I think if we hold this up inside this little wedge, that's going to dip below 30 here. Just a matter of time. Get rid of that. Bar 40, rolling over here in 10 seconds. Doing a whole lot of nothing here on bar 40. All right, guys. Well, I'll tell you what. I think I'm going to go hit lunch. And we got to see what the afternoon brings here. Because you know that the market tends to not do this for entire sessions. Usually you'll see maybe a move early. Zoom out. See a move early. Then you do this, and then usually in the afternoon will at least fade one direction or the other, if not more aggressive. But usually just a fade one direction or the other. Usually you're not going to see a single bar sideways range like 25 to 36, you know, for a whole day. I mean, that's a little ridiculous and then very, very rare. So I'm going to go get that done, lunch that is, and we'll see what the afternoon brings, man. Hopefully it brings some cleaner action and a little more opportunity, because right now, there's not a whole lot of either. All right, guys. Hey, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Hopefully we get a cleaner Tuesday and this afternoon. All right, guys. I'll see you in the free Discord.